and welcome back to my channel, and welcome to day 3 of Christy's from Christy's Beautiful Life 30 Days of Sketches Series 6. And as will be for the entire month, Christy, Crystal, and myself will be here with a layout and a video every single day through the month of October. And we have lots of friends joining us on different days, and whoever is joining us today will also be linked down below. So today's sketch, now already there's been quite a few multi-photo sketches. Christy chose some amazing sketches. Well, she always does, but this month in particular I find the sketches amazing, and perhaps for me a little bit more challenging, getting me a little bit more out of my comfort zone, which is always good for creativity. So today's sketch comes to us from La Malle à Scrap, and it says Corinne. So I don't know if Corinne is the designer for La Malle à Scrap who did this sketch, or whether that's all the one thing and she is the owner of La Malle à Scrap. I have to admit I have never heard of La Malle à Scrap, and I guess I really should have done a little bit of homework before presenting this to you. But I'm sorry I didn't. I was busy doing the layout. So let's see what we have today. So I had fun with this one. I stayed fairly true, but of course I do need to do it a little bit differently and adapt it to my style, as we all do. And sketches are awesome to get, you know, the mojo back if we've been having a little bit of trouble. They're great as jumping off points, or you can follow them literally, as I have done in other cases as well. So this is going to be a companion page to one of my favorite layouts from September. If you recall, I did this awesome fun layout on our hop Summer Fades into Fall, where I did this fun sequin wreath where I was copying Christy, and I told you that it was going to be a companion page to another, and here is the companion page. Now I'm going to put the link to the video up in that little corner thingy here to this one, just in case you missed it. And this will be on the right, I think, because you can see here Diego, just the way the photos are arranged and the way everything has to be arranged. Here he's really looking off, and I thought this would be fun for him looking off to sharing with his dad. So let's look more particularly at this layout today. So I have 4 photos, and it's sort of a sequence of photos, where baby Diego and his mom and dad went apple picking a couple of weeks ago. And Diego is picking, and he's picking some more. So I think this is just fun looking at he's actually looking at the camera, I think, fairly well. And then sitting down here on the ground with tons of little apples sort of in his lap, and he's about to take a bite, and takes a bite, and all mine. He's got all of these lovely little apples around him, and then over here sharing with Papa. So this photo needed to be, just because of the angle, I guess, that it was taken, it needed to be a little bit larger than the other photos, but I cropped the other photos down to pretty much the same size. And in reality, I just cropped them with my trimmer and my scissors, so I can't really give you an actual size, but they're somewhere in the region, I guess, of 2.5 by 2.5. This one is a little bit smaller, and I've popped it up. And as you know, I have a little bit of trouble with photos lined up when there are many. I do like to have them overlapping, touching one another, and slightly askew. So I have 4 photos instead of 5, as in on the sketch, and that is exactly what I did here. I popped this one on top, but they're all flat to the page. They are not mounted on foam. I sort of did my 2/3, 1/3. So I think this one was a little bit more half and half, but I did my sort of 1/3, 2/3. This is an older Fancy Pants design paper. I think what collection was it? Family, because this is also Fancy Pants. So these are two Fancy Pants designs from my stash that I've had for quite a while. This was the Photo Play paper You Had Me At paper. And I think I had just this little strip on my desk, and this is the other side of that same paper. So I just did the two little strips, as I always do, across, so that the join between these two papers would not be obvious. And I liked the pop of lime green that brought from the grass and the photos and some of the apples. I thought it just brightened up the entire layout. So I got that there, got my photos arranged. And then for this sort of banner down here, I really just wanted a row of apples. So I went and I Googled free printable apples. And I found a couple of really, really fun sites. So I downloaded a sheet of apples, and then I spent a little bit of time fussy cutting these apples. Now the color is maybe a little bit more orangey red as opposed to the true red, but I think there's enough going on this in this page, and the tones of the leaves here, that it works. It works for me. So I got my apples down, and I sort of just arranged them in the same way a little bit as the photos, a little askew, making sure that I wasn't hiding anything important in the photos, and got my little apples down. Because, as I always do, I had my little corner here, that awkward little corner. I put a couple of tabs. These are printables from Nicole Jones 911. This is from a Simple Stories 6x6 paper pad that I used on this layout, of course, so that I would have a little bit. And then because it's a companion page, this is not a double page, but I still wanted to have a little bit of similarity. So I used these lovely little viewfinders that I just punched out with my 1-inch punch, and these fun sequin type maple leaves in sort of the golden yellow type colors. I had a few more of those left over, so I popped that there to do a tiny little cluster here. Put my title, All Mine, The Good Life, which left a lovely area just to pop just a tiny little bit of embellishment. Fall in Love, got a flare used. These little banners were just sitting on my desk from day one. If you recall day one, I had that fun little banner up at the top, so I just popped them in there. Another couple of little leaves, and there you go. Really, that is all that was needed with this layout, and I think it's fun, and it's a fun companion page to the one you saw just last week. So there you go. There's today. Day 3 is in the books. Please make sure you pop on down below and see, of course, what my lovely friends Christy and Crystal got up to today, their gorgeous projects, and some of our friends that joined us today. Their links will be down below as well. And as I will be saying every day this month, see you tomorrow. Bye for now.